to team. And you tell him and Java to have to Kunyao. Let us have the list.
Mana makoroko iya kongwe wawa na wase ose sibi na blessing ten kamang mo o petule os kojo. Donne-moi pas ma sentilo, il a couché bébé oh mon cœur. Ouais. J'aime ces malades de nous qui n'a pas ce vous. Non n'a pas top. Ma chérie belle oh, il body pikino matou. Ouais. Bébé la soie pas, papa ou bébé. Et belle chérie. Et belle moi. Et belle chérie. Et belle chérie. Et belle moi. Et belle chérie. Aujourd'hui c'est aujourd'hui, tout le monde, everybody, aïe, everybody, aïe, le barrio, aïe, Bayakari, Bausa Ningana Kokani, Anya Kangana, Kokani, Anya Kangana, Kokani, Anya Kangana, Kokani, Anya Kangana, Anya Kangana, Anya Kangana, Anya Kangana, Anya Kangana, Kokani, Anya Kangana, Kokani, Anya Kangana, Reverend Samson Amaya, Reverend Munda Joseph, Evangelist Jel Mabia, Bukainolo, because it is not a sin to protect our culture. Yabenga Yaleo, Yamuda Semayo Rikabo, Mamasa Susan, Ashanti Baby, Kata Mulema, Mamabianga Rumbani, Ekisuba Sema. nyangie, bwana mkimolo 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 nyangie.
Ameko kwa swaroko, mbongo ya siya mboka, tokwani, nyosake, ya. Ameko kwa swaroko, mbongo ya siya mboka, tokwani, nyosake, ya. Mama wamba wako tina nyangwa bana.
Ya tina nyangwa bana.
Mama wamba wako tina nyangwa bana.
Ya tina nyangwa bana.
Elako ose mama wanyangi semba tina nyangwa bana.
Ya tina nyangwa bana.
Mama wanyangi semba tina nyangwa bana. Mbuka masaka wabaji minyolo tokwani wamotenemo wake akumbe babu makonjo ose mama bongo bana we batonyangise mama be mama njomio wae mama bongo bana we batonyangise mama be mama njomio wae was makonjo Manjaba sakingomo, kubani ngomo yasu, bolombane komo, obani sakani, obani sakani, obani sakani, was. Jomi mama abongo owae, Jomi mama abongo namba Thank you mom for the love you gave to me. Nama somele wa ebora goya wa. Say
chance mama ke ko fay mori mi ngadi fe nangondo ke wengere ye enjaborie nabora kote nabora ifo me amanyanga okpombiru osaka se kaka esongo mbanya ndabo sakotaka buri bubandabo nebo sibasa kataka rumba yayo mori minga mobaya omawo keta bo maroko bongo ota mori minga mobaya omawo keta bo maroko babo bongo ota mori minga mobaya opemeke mati maboka bongo ondo ke wengere bere mukingari penda munonge toboro mori minga bari penda momonengo ndoke yo tango pausi boka iko bere boka bana bakpaki boka iko boka riari ota mori minga bomba ya o mawo keta bo maroko bongo ota mori minga bomba ya o paneke mati mamboka bongo ota mori minga bomba ya o paneke mati mamboka babo bongo Moroko basuwa kawa wose wawose ingolo idaro kinya wawose moroko basuwa kawa wose ingolo idaro kinya wawose yayo uri mu munengo ndoke wondoke toboro wawose ingolo idaro kinya wawose moroko basuwa kawa wose ekundana bangai okaikoe moka banai mokaibe mabakie yole akani wawose imota ingolo idaro kinya wawose moroko basuwa kawa wose Mosebato mbije tombie Mongo mosebato Ama moko mosebato mbije tombie Mongo mosebato mbije tombie Mongo mosebato mbije tombie Mongo mosebato mbije tombie Mongo mosebato Mongo ya mbije tombie Mongo mosebato mbije tombie Mongo mosebato mbije tombie Mongo mosebato Yayo umani Mongo mosebato oye rabe banjwaneri rabe oye rabe banjwaneri rabe oye rabe mongo banjwaneri rabe oye rabe aboko rabe oye rabe mama banjwaneri rabe oye rabe mongo banjwaneri rabe oye rabe mama banjwaneri rabe oye rabe oye rabe banjwaneri rabe Sakani do my way on benge singoreke mosomba o do my way on benge singoreke mosomba o do my way on benge mosomba o do my way on benge singoreke 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 wairo yayo so
Amekoko aswaroko ngombo ya sia mboka tokwani nyosake ya Amekoko aswaroko ngombo ya sia mboka tokwani nyosake ya Mama wamba wa koritina nyangwa bana
ya tina nyangwa bana
Mama wamba wa koritina nyangwa bana
ya tina nyangwa bana
Eroko Ose Mama wanyangi sembadina nyangwa bana
ya tina nyangwa
We are no fools on the hill. My people are no fools on the hill. You must let my people go, so we can rule from Cape to Cairo. You must free my people's hands, so we can rule our purpose land. I wanna know the land. Who wanna know on the land? Okay, now listen carefully. Chinese are ruling the Chinese land. Japan is ruled by Japanese. England is governed by Englishmen. America is governed by Americans. So, Africa must be ruled by Africans. The land. We must rule from Cape to Cairo. We must rule our purpose land. I say, we want to know who owns the land. I want to know who owns the land. Hustler, hey, so fast it. Hustler, must be free. Angola want to know who owns the land. Mozambique want to know who owns the land. Namibia want to know who owns the land. I say, Soweto want to know who owns the land. Zimbabwe want to know who owns the land. African freedom fighters want to know who owns the land. Purpose land. Now listen to the history. We've been here since creation. We've been here since creation. What does God know? Daneva. Now we are the crossroads. On the Femo, Daneva. Bill Sarah Daneva. On the Femo, Daneva. Opalimu Maya Gera Baba. Opalimu Jasu Yaraka. Opalimu Zizanya Vetonye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ABC Amber Television Live, coming to you from the great state of Texas, right here in the continental USA. Continental USA. I'd like to welcome all of you who are joining from ground zero. I learned there has been a lot of lights shut off in both the northern zone and the southern zone, but of course I guess quite a number of you are still able to join in communities where there is electricity, and also where some of you have generators at home. Thank you for joining, and of course I won't forget ground one, where we have thousands of Ambazonian refugees in refugee camps across ground one, Nigeria. Thank you for tuning in, and God bless you all, and all of you in the rest of the diaspora, from Asia to Europe, continental Europe to Canada, and of course all of the USA and South America, Mexico in particular, where we have also learned there are thousands of Ambazonians there as refugees. We thank you for tuning in to ABC, ladies and gentlemen. And for your information, if you are tuning in from anywhere, I'd like you to know that ABC is watched in all of Africa. In all of Africa, we have received messages from Zimbabwe, from Mali, from Malawi, also Mali, Angola, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, I mean everywhere. Kenya, we even have a team in Kenya, an ABC Amber team that is in Kenya, made up of Kenyans, not Ambazonians, who are out there supporting ABC Amber TV financially, ladies and gentlemen. So again, ABC is everywhere, and in the coming months we shall be introducing an app that will take ABC to every mobile gadget, so that what we are broadcasting 24/7, you have access to it. The app will be downloaded for just $10 a year, just $10 a year. But there are some privileged ones out there who will have it for free. And those are ABC Amber Club members. ABC Amber Club members, they shall be having ABC Universal app for free, because they are making it possible, ladies and gentlemen. I really want to seize this opportunity to appreciate all the members out there of the ABC Club. The members have made it possible for ABC to move to a new location. In the few weeks to come, you will have the privilege to see what ABC looks like, the studio. And you will also be having ABC News team coming to you on a daily basis with news from across the globe. Not just Ambazonian news, but news from across the globe. ABC will first become an Al Jazeera, a CNN, a BBC. That is our goal. We're looking forward to that. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, once more for tuning in. I am joined on the set here with quite a number of guests. I think about 5 of them who will be joining me in different segments to talk about, number one, the lockdown in the southern zone, and a big event coming up at the weekend. I'm talking about the Amazonia War Drive moving to Dion County. So that is what I bring to you today. Now, I will expect you to do your part. Hit your share button. I need 700 people, ladies and gentlemen, in the next 5 minutes. Give me 700 people. And I will come to you with this presentation proper. And let me let you know ahead of time, this broadcast is going to last only for an hour. So there shall be no phone calls at the end of the broadcast. Please don't touch your remote. I will be right back. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the broadcast. I am still waiting for you to give me 700 people on the Facebook platform. And for those of you watching by way of YouTube, go ahead and populate your own platform. But I am putting my target on those watching by way of Facebook, because they are able to hit the share button on Facebook. I don't know whether you can do that. But please, yes, go ahead, hit your share button. This is an important, exciting broadcast, and let's get started as soon as possible. Before we get there, I just have this quick, important update or announcement that I should make. We have received information, ladies and gentlemen. If you are in the northern zone, precisely in the city of Banda, if you are there, or if you have family in Banda, please take this message, security message to everyone in the city of Banda. We have received information, security information, intelligence, that a team of 15 young guys, the so-called vigilante, 15 of them, they are stationed at T Junction. In Banda every night, and they are having people, they are arresting people and having them tortured. Now we understand that this security team is guarding one lot of public to come around agent. They call them big man, in that vicinity. So if it is night time, please, if you are passing through T Junction, I think that's the other end of the commercial avenue in Banda. So if it is night time and you have to pass around there, you got to be very, very careful. I think the best thing would be for you to avoid passing by T Junction anytime in the night in Banda. We are still trying to figure out who precisely that this vigilante team is guarding at T Junction in Banda. So please, again, for your own safety as civilians, please avoid T Junction. Avoid T Junction in Banda every evening until we're able to get rid of those hoodlums those terrorists in that locality. So I hope you got that news. Please spread the news. Spread the news. If you have family up in Banda, let everybody know. Let everybody know that T Junction should be a no-go area in Banda because of French Cameroon Station terrorist vigilante group in that vicinity. So that is the announcement. Will we investigate? We will investigate to bring you details as to who the boys there are guarding in that vicinity. So please spread the news. Let everybody know T Junction, Banda at night should be a no-go area unless you want to go there and risk your own life. You don't want to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are growing quite slowly. If you are just joining, go ahead and hit your share button on Facebook. If you have just joined on Facebook, please go ahead and hit your share button. We'll have to have 700 for me to bring you this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. So please, if you are just joining, go ahead and hit your share button. And again, remember, this is going to be a very, very short broadcast, a very, very short broadcast. So this is not going to be long. Let me see who is joining, and also know what you are thinking in your belly. All right. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, if you are just joining, you go ahead and populate the platform. You go ahead and you populate the platform. I see His Royal Highness in Jumbo Moko Elango. Elango must be Indian name. It's either Indian or Bakosi, I guess. Elango. Thank you for joining, sir. I also see Freedom for You. Ground Zero joining. Good evening. All on board. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Brown Dick. I see you, sir. King Clister. Yes, sir. I see. Yes, ma'am. I see you too. Blessing Mo. Marcos Topman. Okay. The Queen herself. Kemiyashu. I see Wisdom Jim, Mary Monyang, okay, Zui Anderson, Russia Sachs, and quite a number of you out there. Tina Infon, greeting, Secretary Chris, from Ground Zero. Beautiful, beautiful. I'd like to hear from some of you on Ground Zero, precisely in the Southern Zone. In the Southern Zone, I'd like to get to know your experience with the 3 days, was it 3 day or 4 day lockdown? I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the lockdown, please, if you are in the Northern Zone. And ladies and gentlemen, I have also Ruth Achenege watching with you, the anchor man. Thank you, ma'am. I see Othello Genera too. Mary Singer, right on. She says, okay, ladies and gentlemen, hit your share button if you are just joining. Because this broadcast is going to be short, I will go ahead and officially do the formal presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of this interim government, I come to you to appreciate and to thank every Ambazonian on Ground Zero, but precisely in the Southern Zone, for the message that you send out to French Cameroon in the 4-day lockdown or shutdown in the ghost town, ladies and gentlemen, the ghost town or the lockdown that we instituted last week. We started with the Northern Zone. The Northern Zone sent a message. Then we went over to the Southern Zone. The Southern Zone is ending lockdown today, Thursday, July the 2nd. Our observation is that almost all of the southern zone was shut down, but not just shut down, severely shut down. Boya was shut down. Kumba did a fabulous job as usual. Oh, I had some footages here from Kumba. I just forgot to prepare them. But we saw the images coming out of Kumba for the past 4 days. The past 4 days, and Kumba was 100% into this exercise. On behalf of the interim government again, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, we will continue as much as the need comes to demand many more of these exercises, many more of these lockdowns, because through them we send a message, not just to French Cameroon, but to the international community, that we indeed have control. We indeed have control over Ambazonia, over our territory. We believe that is the only message that the international community and La République du Cameroon understands easiest. That is a message they get. If we do not do that and allow them to walk into our territory and just carry on with any activity, we are saying to them, we are not ready to lead ourselves. We are not ready to defend ourselves. We are not ready to take back our country. And so once in a while, every now and then, we will surprise you with lockdown, just as the ones that we've just had in the past 2 weeks in the northern zone and the southern zone. When we come to you, when this interim government comes to you with lockdowns, we really want to believe that you on ground zero will understand we do not institute any lockdown to punish any one of you, to add to any of your pains. We know you are already so much in pain. But when we have to do it, we have to do it so that again, our message is received across the globe, that we control our territory, we control our destiny. That is the message we wanted French Cameroon and the international community and UNDP, United Nations Development Program in particular, to know. And I hope they receive the message. I hope they receive the message. The message again is that there shall be no form of reconstruction in Ambazonia for as long as this war prevails. For as long as this war lasts, there shall be no form of reconstruction. They want reconstruction. Let them start with mediation, negotiations. On the table of negotiations, we will discuss reconstruction and, of course, reparations. We learned only a few days ago. Let me read something to you that Paul Tassong took out as somebody forwarded this to me. What Paul Tassong is telling Ambazonians as he moves around. This is what Paul Tassong is telling people out there. This message was forwarded to me. I won't tell you where it is coming from, but this is the message. The La République du Cameroon so-called reconstruction explanatory tour in Ambazonia is a farce. It's a farce intended to validate its propaganda that they have successfully prosecuted the war to an end, and what is required is international contribution towards reconstruction. Yes, that is the message that La République du Cameroon wants to send to the international community, that they have successfully prosecuted the war, and all they now need is international support, financial support for reconstruction. And you know what the financial support will do? The financial support will buy more arms, more ammunition for French Cameroon. Yesterday, I listened to the French Parliament. At least their Foreign Affairs Committee, talking about There is nothing on the ground in Amazonia. The only place where there is a problem is in northern French Cameroon, where there is Boko Haram. And they said if French Cameroon should be supported, they should be supported to crush Boko Haram. They were ignoring what is going on in Amazonia. But this is actually what they are trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. French Cameroon is saying, let us give, France, the nation of France is saying, let us give French Cameroon money, ammunition to fight Boko Haram. But you know where those equipment will actually go to? They will go to fight and kill Amazonians. But the French in France will give them the money and the equipment to use it in the pretext of Boko Haram, but against Amazonians. Now, this is what this thing continues. The propaganda is a colossal fiasco. The propaganda is a colossal fiasco. If anything, it has elicited the contrary result, considering the popular boycott, the popular lockdowns and shutdowns, ladies and gentlemen, resentment and ferocity of the attacks by our gallant forces. The reconstruction package presented to the few gullible La République du Cameroun puppets who took the risk to show up was a devastating disappointment. In fact, I saw the former colonial minister Benjamin Eto'o lamenting that you give them $1 million, it means nothing. So they are out there, Paul Tasson and his team, they are out there telling people whose homes have been burned that they will give them zinc, they will give them cement, they will give them 1 million francs. What is 1 million francs? What can it do, ladies and gentlemen? That is chicken change. Chicken change. All right. Now, but he says, Paul Tasson rolled out the following package. Building material consisting zinc and cement will be distributed to persons who return to their villages to rebuild their houses. Building material in the form of cement and zinc will be distributed to people who return to their homes. Return to which homes? How do they return home without a home? How is that possible? So, ladies and gentlemen, we have sent a message to them that this so-called reconstruction thing is not going to happen. Where do they expect the people to return to where there are no homes? But let me finish this. The chiefs, now let me go back a little bit. Paul Tasson ruled out the following package. Building material consisting zinc and cement will be distributed to persons who return to their villages to rebuild their houses that have been destroyed or burnt by La République du Cameroun soldiers. No cash, listen to that, no cash payment or compensation. The chiefs and enemy puppeteer agents should encourage victims to return to the devastated villages in order to benefit from the largesse of La République du Cameroun. In other words, Paul Tasson said to the chiefs to encourage those who have left the villages to return in order to benefit from this largesse of zinc and cement. Again, the question is, they are returning to where? To which homes? Where are they going to stay before they do reconstruction? So there is absolutely no reconstruction in the first place. The chiefs and enemy puppeteer agents should encourage victims to return to the devastated villages in order to benefit from the largesse of La République du Cameroun's president. The puppet envoy announced that there is no money for the reconstruction of roads. Did you hear that? They announced, Paul Tasson announced, there is no money for the reconstruction of roads. I am visualizing that nightmare called a road between Banda and Banda. And I'm wondering, how does that zinc and that cement even get to Banda without a road? Without a road, how does it get there? But Port hasn't ruled out the construction of any roads. Did you hear that? Now, the purpose of this mission was also a ploy to lure our endangered civilian victims to come out to be slaughtered by desperate La République du Cameroon terrorist soldiers. The propaganda stunt has failed miserably, but we must remain vigilant. We must remain vigilant. Ladies and gentlemen, having said that, again, I want to thank our people, every Ambazonian out there in the southern zone, for respecting and for honoring this lockdown, this shutdown that started Monday all the way to today, Thursday, July 2nd. When need be, we will come to you again for another lockdown. But until then, please go about your business. Do whatever you can do to protect yourself, to protect your family, to provide for yourself and provide for your family. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am joined by Paul Nilong of Meme County, and Comrade Fombad of Fako County, the security chief for Fako County. Comrade Fombad, if you can adjust your camera and be on the media so you're not cut out, please. Okay. All right. So please, it's a pleasure to have both of you here today. How are you doing today, sirs?
Thank you, Secretary Chris. Fellow Ambazonian, Secretary Chris, I kept laughing at your expose with Porter, some who said people should return to their villages where there are no villages at all, you know, and there are no roads to be constructed. So how do they cement and they zinc and so on?
Yeah, exactly, you know, right? How does cement and zinc get there if no roads are to be constructed? Just think about Banda alone. How does that zinc and cement get to Banda? They should start cementing the road before getting the zinc to Banda, I guess.
Our people have suffered. Our people have suffered from this colonial Cameroon. So it is time we are changing the game, and we are telling the international community it's good that they themselves, they are exposing themselves by refusing us the basics. And the international community should be aware of what these guys are doing. So, fellow Ambazonians, thank you for welcoming me. Thank you, Secretary Chris. I'm honored to be here once again to let the people know what happened over the lockdown that ends today. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Paul. Let me start with you. We had a very, very successful lockdown beginning Monday to today. In Meme Kumba in particular, what can you tell us was the secret of the success of this lockdown in Meme? Remember, before this lockdown, people were saying, oh, the southern zone is not active, not a lot is happening there, but I think what happened there over the week has shut down those critiques. Tell us what happened in Meme, sir.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. It's a pleasure to be on set with you today. Secretary Chris, it was a coordinated action, which I would prefer you start with Fako, because it was from Fako, so that you see how the story will move. It was from Fako that it started, Kumba only concluded. So I don't know if Comrade Fombad.
All right, Comrade Fombad, okay, I guess you are the chief there, chief of Fako. So tell us, it was very successful in Boya, even part of Victoria were shut down ahead of complaints coming from Tico. Tico is one place that has to be severely taken care of. Tell us how successful it was.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. Fellow Ambazonians, the lockdown, it was one of its kind. Very, very successful. And we made sure, the Fako Security Council made sure our boys had to enforce the decision, the implementation from the interim government on this lockdown. So I think the world at large, the international community must have known that the lockdown was, the streets were empty, As we are talking, there is still ongoing exchange of serious shooting around Moyoka, even Kumba as well. As we are speaking, there is gunfire going on. There's exchange of bullets going on. A lot has been happening. You know, we are.
As we are speaking, gunfire is going on where?
In Kumba and in Moyoka.
In Kumba and in Moyoka, okay.
And in Moyoka, yeah. So you know, we are married with Meme, so we are like husband and wife. We interchange.
Who is the wife?
So on the Fako Meme black tie.
Who is the wife? Is it Fako the wife?
No,
you are not gays or lesbians, right?
Meme is the wife. Meme is the wife.
Oh, Meme is the wife. Okay.
The wife because Boya is the capital.
Boya,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
well,
Boya.
Boya is the capital. You are right, and it's in Fako. So Meme is the wife. You are correct. All right. Yes.
I think the people in Boya, when we say there is a lockdown, we mean there is a lockdown. I think they saw what happened to them, what happened to a few recalcitrant fellows. Information getting to me as we are speaking from my close intelligence officers say they personally saw 5 La Republic heavily wounded in the gun exchange between our boys and the terrorist La Republic soldiers at Bisingi market. And unfortunately,
Now,
5 ladies.
what do you call the market? That's in Boya, correct?
Yeah, that's in Boya. Yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunately, five ladies were also wounded. But what were those ladies doing in that market when we had said there is a lockdown? You know,
Okay.
so this time around, we are not taking anything for granted. And one thing should be known, that if we say lockdown, our people should know that we don't need to come and tell them that go home. Whatever meets you on street, they should embrace it because they call for it. They are called for it because this lockdown had been announced 3 or 4 days before its implementation. It had been announced 3 or 4 days before its implementation. So if anybody is going out there, anybody who went out there is directly or indirectly working for La Republique and to sabotage the lockdown. So going forward, the ghost towns must be respected. Tico should take note. When we last evening when I called on ABC TV and I was saying that we were talking about the Busini market, people thought the restoration forces were joking or we were joking. It's sorry for themselves. Tico should take note. Victoria itself, it was partly locked down, but not to the satisfaction of the Ambazonian people. So the ghost towns must
Chief Fombert, if I may ask you, I still really don't understand how my 4 can be shut down, but Victoria, the city, is still alive. How does it happen?
Yeah, you know, with Victoria, Victoria is a place where we are working on strategies on what to do. Just like we work on strategies and we got into Boya, got into where people did not expect that we will get into. So that's what we are doing. We will get to any loop and cranny in Ambazonia, especially in Fako, whether it is Boya town, whether it is upstation, wherever it is, the restoration forces, we will work strategy with them and we will get to every corner in Fako to make sure that when they say ghost town, the ghost town should be 100% observed. And we are giving a strict warning. And we have already had some plate numbers of those taxis that were violating the ghost town and the lockdowns. We have those plate numbers. We will chase those taxis, whether on normal days or on ghost town days, whether at night or by day. Let them make sure that they have to start paying whether the terrorists be. Each move that they make, they should carry the terrorists be in their taxis and roam around Boya all day and all night, because we will not take them. We will not take it lightly. They will see, we will start visiting them one after the other.
All right, thank you. Let's get to Comrade Nilong. Tell us how successful the lockdown was in Kumba Place.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. Yeah, I'll try to give a synopsis, a brief what happened from Boya right up till Kumba. On Tuesday in the morning, when we were expecting the Colonial Tasson,
yeah,
there was heavy shooting at around my 4, Banda. There was heavy shooting where it started. We did not get his green light. We don't know how he managed to sneak. The first point I want Amazonians to understand, to know, is that before 2016, the colonial authorities, when they are coming, they come in fanfare. You see them with long convoy. But after 2016, when the dynamics change, to tell you that they're no longer in control, they come only through sneaking. So he was welcome around my 4, Banda. He was welcome with heavy shooting. He disappeared. And we only discovered him in a mountain hotel. If I'm not mistaken, we discovered him in Mountain Hotel. From Mountain, he held this small whatsoever. After that, meanwhile, Moyoka was on serious Moyoka. See, I don't know. I want to thank the restoration forces of Meme Fako Black Tower for the wonderful coordination. Moyoka was giving the perfect sound that they wanted to hear, that Boya wanted to hear. After his small whatsoever in Boya, now he played us a small trick. There was a helicopter that left Boya that afternoon. So we thought he was the one going. And then at the same time, 3 hillocks, there was another mini convoy that left Boya. And there was coordination among the Black Tar fighters. When it arrived Balangi, we thought, because we said, let's not, since helicopter and convoy, let's take one. The Supreme Commander for the Kumba, LGA forces, that are above the law, the Supreme Commander, 21 gun, that 21 salute, your cafe day up, Commander General, your cafe day up. He had a coordinate around Balangi, well coordinated. We had a car, we had Colonel Black Rapun, we had Colonel Black Boss, all on special assignment. We targeted the 3 hillocks, succeeded to put 2 down completely. 1 managed to escape the target, but those 2, some of them, we got the information this morning from one of the informants that 4 hillocks loaded dead bodies was heading to the general hospital. So yesterday, we never knew how he sneaked it. I think on Tuesday in the night, we never knew how he sneaked himself into Kumba and only held a closed door meeting, I think at the chief palace, a closed door meeting. And as I'm speaking, we don't know his whereabouts, but we know for sure from our ears on the ground, we got the information that he has Nicodemously out of Kumba. He has Nicodemously, and I'm sure it is either through an ammo car that he has backed out of Kumba because he does not belong. So it has not been easy since Tuesday. Our boys in Malende, the metrics of Malende, they cut in full force. The town was vibrating. The town have been vibrating since Tuesday night. I've only been getting updates. That is why. Now, the people of Kumba, I have to thank you because you are telling the colonial authorities that they have no place. that they are no longer in control. We are at war. That good-for-nothing colonial impostor who calls himself Tundom Chamberlain, he knows he has no place. The interim government is in control. And I want to thank most especially the chairman for the Kumba local government for the wonderful work that he is doing behind the scene. The Defense Council for the Kumba local government. Now, before I go to Mbonge, you know, the center point was Kumba. And the main entrance where we were waiting and targeting was Balangi. That is where our hopes of dealing with them and which succeeded. Over in Mbonge, it was well respected. Our boys, we told them, no, don't bother. Just go around, see that everything is in order, the law is respected. One of the soldiers there was telling me, Paul, we have to go out and do something for the people. I said, no, you people should stay calm. We have a target, we are waiting in Kumba. In Konya, it was the same story. Our boys were out in patrol and things were all under control. So I'm giving a shout thanks to the Kumba LGA for meeting the expectation of the interim government and the expectation of the people. And I want to thank the people of Kumba for their resolve, because they have never disappointed us. Tomorrow is a free day. Go around and do your work.
Thank you. We will have more to talk about that in the coming days. Today is a very brief broadcast, but let me give 1 more minute to Comrade Fombat there to say the last word.
Yeah, Secretary Chris. One important, very nice intelligence that I received is that Paul Tasson has a mask. When he puts on that mask, wherever he passes, nobody will actually be able to identify him. So that is how he managed to sneak himself out of Fako and Kumba, because since he came, we don't even know where he's hiding, and up to now, we don't even know where he is found. We wanted to extend the lockdown for Fako and Meme, but because of other considerations, we said no. But our boys have said there will be at alert. Any movement in Boya, any movement in Victoria, any movement in Kumba, in the name of any gathering for tomorrow, or any crowd that is walking around town, they will get them attacked immediately. So our people should be careful. No group of person in coat or ties or in whatever form of identical attire should be found on the streets, because we don't know where Paul Tasson is. We suspect that he's hiding somewhere. And if there's any group of people singing hallelujah songs and moving on street tomorrow, if anything happens to them, they'll hold themselves responsible.
So you are saying essentially that the town still remain locked down, or what?
The town is open. People can go around, maybe do shopping and come back, but we don't want any gathering somewhere.
Okay.
We don't want any group of people parading on the street in the name of any celebration. There is nothing happening tomorrow. It's just normal. Go to your shop, go to your farms. Taxi drivers can just move around. Okadas, they are free. But any gathering tomorrow is very, very suspicious, both in Kumba, both in Meme and in Fako. Our boys have said they are at alert, but they don't want to punish the masses because of one inconsequential Paul Tasson. So I will say this is a lot and say heavy thank you to the Fako Meme Black Tar team for a marvelous, a wonderful job. This interim government is really proud of you. Ambazonians at large are really, really proud of you. We will keep on the spirit. This independence in North is non-negotiable.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, General Fombat and Paul. was a pleasure to have you. We will have more in the coming days to talk about this lockdown. Have a great day, sir. A great night, sir.
Thank you very much, Senator Chris.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that was Paul Nealon and General Fombad of Fako County, Security Chief for Fako County. This week, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, very important event coming up. I guess these war drafts have become like a tradition for the past month and counting. But this this weekend, we are hosting in Dion County. Dion County happens to be the largest county in Ambazonia with nine LGAs, 9 local government areas. And so I am joined here by a team from Dion County that will be telling us what their expectations are as far as Indian is concerned. I am very sure they won't want Indian to take last. Igbo man say we're not a carry last, so we're not a carry last. So I hope that is what Indian is planning for. I am joined, ladies and gentlemen, by Lady Marianta, who happens to be a very proud Indiana. I'm also joined by the chairman of Indian, Comrade Tata Edwin. I'm joined also by the security chief. You can see the face with the beard, the Santa on the screen there. I also have Kuku Emma Dublins joining the broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. So, having said that, I will start with the chairman for Indian to tell us what their expectations are. Marching on to Sunday, while he adjusts his camera, I will get to Lady Marianta to tell us how the preparations look like. Lady Marianta, please. Good to have you.
Good evening, Secretary Chris. Greetings to everyone across the world, wherever you are joining us from. Thank you so much for having us on the show tonight, Secretary Chris. As you all know, it's the time for Dion County. It's very exciting. The preparations are going very, very well. We're looking forward to having the support of all people of Ndian, all sons and daughters of Ndian there. We are drafting. Please call us on those numbers. The preparations are going very well, Secretary Chris. We want all sons and daughters of Ndian to really stand up and do the right things, take responsibility for the lives of the people that are hanging on the balance back home, because those people cannot do anything for themselves. We have to stand up for them. So to answer your question quite simply, the preparations are going well, and we're looking forward to receiving all of you, our friends, our colleagues, wherever you are. Sunday is going to be a great day for Dion County, for Amazonia. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me turn to the chairman. If you can get your camera, your image on the center of the camera as you are cut out, please. Just get your image at the center of it. Okay, that looks better. So, Mr. Chairman, tell us, there are lots of expectations for you. Indiana happens to be the biggest county in Amazonia in terms of land size. With nine local government areas. What are your expectations for Sunday?
Well, thank you, Secretary Chris, for having us on your show. It's a great honor to the people of Dian. We are privileged to be among those who are being drafted. God has given us a second chance to make things right. Our heart has always been in the right place. Rightly, as you said, Dian is the breadbasket of Ambazonia, and Dian, as we can put it, it is the reason why La République du Cameroon does not want to let us go, because of what they are benefiting from Dian. Sunday, July the 5th, is our day. We want to prove to ourselves that, we can do this. As a people, we've been holding Dian down for 4 years now. We can do it. And as we say locally, the draft is an opportunity for us to be part of this war. And it's also in Jangi, where the people from different counties come to support the county to draft and to encourage them that we're standing with you. Our expectation is that the people will come out as we have been standing with them to make sure that Dian is placed on the map again. So on Sunday, we are looking forward to receiving our friends, receiving Dianites from across the globe, especially those in diaspora, and even many on ground zero, to pick up their own pen and write their names on the list of those who are committed to this struggle to make sure that their homeland is free. So that's our expectation, to receive everybody on Sunday. We are preparing hard. We're preparing and working hard for that. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Larry, Emma, your face has been away for so long. I'm sure people are watching at you now and wondering, are you coming from the moon or you have been on Earth? Tell everybody out there why Indian needs their money. What is in Indian that should motivate them, turn them out to come and support the drive for Dion County?
Well, thank you very much, Secretary Chris. Thank you, Ambazonians. Thank you, Southern Cameroonians. Once more, it's your girl, it's your lady, Emma Larry. So we are here to talk about Indian. I have to be very brief. The Secretary for Communications just asked why it's very important for the people to come out and draft for Indian and all that. First of all, like my brother said, Indian is like the backbone of Ambazonia. I don't want to make it very personal, but we have to be proud of who we are, where we come from, and what we've got. Indian is like good morning Ambazonia. Indian is why La République will not let us be until we make it possible for La République to live. Indian has it all. Indian is why La République would die fighting until maybe we are able to do what is expected of us to do. Indian has not, aside the population, the landmass and everything, Indian has the resources. Indian has everything. And when I look at everything Indian has and look at the people that are involved so far from Indian, it's not very encouraging. That is the more reason, I think that is the more reason we are here with my brothers and sisters, to see how we can inspire our brothers and sisters from Indian, that this is the time to come and make us proud. This is the time to come and take back what the enemy has been like eating from us, ripping from us and all that. This is the time to come and gain your freedom. This is the time to come and enjoy your birthright and everything. Indian has it all. What was the need us being here in this part of the world suffering when we have everything it takes? I know it does not focus on Indian alone. I know it does not belong to us, or it belongs in Ambazonia, sorry, but it is on our land as the Indian people. It is our responsibility to protect. It is our responsibility to guard it. It is our responsibility to better it before we can all work as a team. It is first Indian before every other person. So this is the time. We cannot be calling ourselves Indian, we have this, we have that, when our brothers and sisters that are not from Indian are even doing far much better than us. Indian brothers and sisters. And I'm saying, I just want to say something very quick before I'm taking off. There is this talk going on about tribalism, county by county, LGS by LGS. That is a big fat lie, because as far as this drafting is concerned, as far as the LGS are concerned, it's not by DNA, it's not by blood. If you were born Indian, if you were raised Indian, if you have lived in Indian, if you've had any experience, if Indian has given you, even for a year, come back and give back. It is for everybody that knows about Indian, that has been in the land of Indian. anything that you know about Ndian, this is the time. If Ndian has been a part of your life in one point in your life, this is the time to come and give back. So we are not here to discriminate. We are not here to divide. We are here to unite. That is why we are not only focusing from those that are from Ndian by DNA, but all those that have in one way or the other passed through Ndian, my brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers, children from Ndian, come and make us proud. Come and protect what we've been given by our forefathers. Come and protect what God has given to us. Come and protect what God has given to Ambazonia and given to Ndian to protect for Ambazonia. Please come and make us proud. Ndian has been lacking behind, not because we do not have brave men and women, but because they have chosen to be cowards. Come out and tell us and make the world to understand that you are not cowards. Maybe you did not really understand what we were fighting for in the beginning. At this point of the revolution, you should be proud to say this is why we are fighting for. This is what La Republic has been reaping from us. Come and take back what belongs to us. And only through this drafting, we can be able to acquire that. We can be able to get all that back and keeping them in our own keeping and make us proud and better our lives and quit working for the people that do not even deserve us. Please, fellow brothers and sisters, Ambazonians, come back, gather yourself and see what we can all do on Sunday, the 5th of July. In Ndian House, 9 local governments so far. Imagine that we all come out. Let me say every family from Ndian comes out and do something on that day. We are going to go a long way. And I think our days will be numbered to fight with La Republic. We are going to take what belongs to us and not keep fighting and losing souls. So to cut the whole thing short, I'm still calling on my brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, both those in the diaspora and on ground zero. Come on Sunday 5th and make us proud. Thank you.
All right, let me turn to Comrade Kennedy, who occupies a very, very strategic position, as strategic as Indian County is in Ambazonia. Indian County is, I think, has Ambazonia's biggest border, biggest international border. In other words, if we take all of our territory, including Faco and Indian, is still left out there, Amazonia will not be safe. Comrade Kennedy, sir, tell us how strategic Indian is to Amazonia. Hello, Comrade Kennedy. Comrade Kennedy.
Secretary Chris, are you talking to Chairman Kamara?
I'm sorry?
I think it's you.
Okay, let me get to Chairman Kamara. If you want to take that question, that is fine. It appears that Comrade Kennedy is frozen.
Okay. Yes, Secretary Chris. Ndian, as I call it, the land of the black gold. Ndian is strategic, as you said, strategically located with the largest border, especially with our neighboring Nigeria. As our sister said, Ndian has it all. Ndian has it all. Ndian produces so much in that country and nothing. I used to say that Ndian owns everything and has practically nothing. We don't have roads. We don't have schools. I even saw a photograph of my former school, and I shed tears. The walls were broken down, the floors were broken, and I asked myself, why? Why should Ndian be producing billions of dollars a day, and they can't even have a school? How can it be that Ndian is producing billions of dollars a day? Ndian cannot even have hospitals. How can it be that Ndian is producing billions of dollars a day? There are no roads. People are dying in their villages because they cannot be transported to a good hospital. How many doctors are there in Ndian? We can count them, about 4 of them in the whole of Ndian. The whole of the different LGAs are disconnected, no connections because of no roads. Why should the people of Ndian be treated like this? We have been too far. We have been too low, but yet they can't see it. They've taken so much, yet they just want to take our blood as well. The blood of our brothers and sisters, our mothers and fathers, uncles, nieces and nephews, aunts have been spilled. We are saying no more. We are standing up to take back Ndian, and no inch of Ndian will be negotiated upon. The children of Ndian are standing. I'm using this moment to call all the children of Ndian. This is, I said, this is the second chance, and it might be the last chance. Because we are standing this time, we are not backing down. We will make sure that every inch that has been collected, we will take it back. We have to be in control of our resources. We have to be in control of our educational system, our laws that governs us. We have to determine those laws. We have to determine how our children are being raised, the condition in which they're going to be raised in. Nobody, I said nobody has the right to tell us that. We have to decide, and we will make sure that that is put in place. If our children have to go back to school, it has to be by our own terms. Young people, wherever you are, know that it is now time for you to raise your voice. The international community, your friends as well, want to hear your voice, your voices. Raise your voice as one man, Dianites. Rise up. If you do not show up, stand with Dion County. Sometimes people ask, how you guys say we should come together. How? We have a Dion County structure that is in place, a leadership that is in place. Thank God for this vision, the county by county vision that gives the people, the grassroots, the indigenous people, the opportunity to govern themselves. Let us take it. Whatever you're putting in as at now goes back to your LGA, goes back to your village. You are in charge. You shouldn't be scared that maybe somewhere along the line your money or your input will not be heard, your money will be squandered. No, it is you who is in control this time. So Ndian is important. Let us put Ndian back on the map. Let us tell our people that we are standing up with them.
All right.
Amazonians know that. La Republic knows that as well.
Lady Marianta, that's a big challenge out there. You know that Momo raised the level really high with over $600,000. Momo followed with over 400,000. Lebialem with close to 300,000. And these are the three places that I guess Indian would want to beat. Are you ready?
Secretary Chris, with your help and every son and daughter of Ndian's help, we are definitely ready. We have been working hard. We have been working with the resource mobilization team. We're using the strategies that they have shared with us, and those strategies are working. So the last result really is for every single person that's watching us and listening today. If you're listening as a son and daughter of Dian, if you're listening and sitting down and not processing what we're saying to you, then you need to go back and reflect and meditate. We are telling you point blank that it is your responsibility to make sure the people in Ground Zero, the people in Dian are protected, they are taken care of, and that's down to you, it's down to me, it's down to all of us. Don't sit on the fence thinking that somebody else should take care of your people. No, it will not happen like that. Every single person has to play a role. So if you're listening to me, and I don't know, Chairman said earlier on, if you're thinking, you're worrying that your money might not be used properly, I'll tell you, you do not need to worry about that. You have an elected leadership for the county. I am actually the treasurer from Dion County, and I watch every single penny, every dollar that comes in. Okay, I can assure you of that. We have the interests of our people on Ground Zero at heart, and trust me when I tell you that all that money will go to the right place. Nothing will be squandered. Our boys on Ground Zero are working so hard. I can't talk too much on that because I don't need to. I am just going to say to you, if you've been to school in Mondemba, Ekondo Titi, anywhere that you have been to school or whether you worked there, whatever connections you have got with them, you know that you love that place. That place, you have been welcomed, you had abundant food, you had abundance of everything, because that's a paradise. That's a paradise that if we're not careful, La Republic would want to just keep its dirty hands on it. And we cannot allow that to happen. You heard the chairman. This is our second chance and it might be our last chance. Children of Dian, our friends and supporters, it is up to all of us. We need to join our hands together and make sure that we fight for those innocent people back home that are suffering every single day for no reason at all. We are the voices of those voiceless people. We need to speak up for them. We need to do the right thing. We are comfortable in our homes. We have everything that we need. Medication, even with this COVID-19 situation, we're still keeping safe. Those people are battling with COVID-19. They're battling with a war that has been brought upon them by this stupid La Republic regime. Okay? So is it our own people that will be fighting them? Sons and daughters of Dian, you cannot be part of the war. If you do not come and support your people, that means that you're supporting phobia to kill them, to make sure that they cannot go to hospital. You know that family members have died because they've been sick and they have not been able to take them to the hospital because of La Republic being everywhere, especially in the Mondemba area. That Coral Park has medicinal herbs in there, medicinal plants that can cure cancer. Prince Charles here in the UK has interest in that. He even owns it. How on earth do we allow other people to own our land?
All right.
From more people.
Let me turn to Comrade Kennedy. I don't know. I hope we can.
It's Brian Ebenezer.
Sorry, Ebenezer. Sorry.
Ebenezer.
Right.
Yeah.
Comrade Ebenezer, please. Let's see. You can come in there. I hope you can hear me. So tell Ambassador. I mean, you have to match the challenge in Momo, in the Mezam, in the BLM. What would you want Indianites to do to get to match that challenge?
Thank you, Secretary Chris, for having my sisters and my chairman in their platform. Secretary Chris, they say in our language that when there is a dance competition, everybody has to be very prepared, and the results come out from the dancing ground. That's where the result comes. So the other people have danced, and we have our part. But I promise you, there will not be the country to be the first. I hope so. With 9 LGA, though we are not constituted up to 9, but trust me.
How many are constituted by now?
5 are now constituted. So
5 are now, okay.
At least we can beat 5, which is
right.
India, Bondemba, Toko, Kondo Titi, Bamoso, and and thank you. There are 5 already constituted. So, Secretary Chris, I would like to use this opportunity to tell my people one thing. We had people who have talked or who have tried to bring out the globe, but they were shattered with fear. This is not the time for fear. We are no more in that generation. Ali Penja spoke in the parliament, asked for what we are producing, and it's not being given to us. Beaten like a child. He was beaten like a child. But this is not, we don't care about that anymore. Those who do not want to speak, they are afraid of their belly. We are not part of that generation. We have to change the game now. I want to use this opportunity to my people once more in our dialect, because our people want to, who are speaking in ABC today, they want to know, they want to hear. That will be a great positive, not only for who are watching ABC, but minya mamai ponari pesa just mukaka bongo bema te ya se bora keri ko bana ba bigwa kese mbisa ko se bora kiendu nge mbao ngondali ndugicha ndugicho mana choma na mobiji ngamba baru mana choma gwe worayo munjacho moru njumange chasana akani yamba kana cha bana ba kana cha edwin kana kukuble njumacha bana basuba be yomoki mere ni nyemene na moriki ne bana basuba yo moriki bana kwa miso mabura kanyo miso nicho chababu kwa na batekera o meki o mbisa kinyasu bero kirire yo nyo miso nye katire nye ne miso ma do miso nye o manyesu mami maiko ko manyingaka fondai mari pesa bana babu kwa ba nye nicho nye masio bato na ba meme na ndijani bato na ba senje ko se yiwa so bo yo meme wo mi gwe on ndijani wa ka meme o sa wo meme bi ti we yo bo yo ndijani wa wo yo meme o sa ko mo ndijani we yo se kiti mele se ba susu ba roko se mombuda moko se jumani go makon mbia kanyenye mafunda efesi tikeri ke bongo bose se sorugwa ndeme wasu wasi sakak bama waforo yo muri mai choibe keri andabo so mutasasu mama kondabo mangwa umutu wabe akaro ndabo worugu mreka imbabe na ngondo yabe cho meso rongi agwendabo omokoreri woma mutondi arongi agwendabo no way ebune wana keri wa mosangwa mobe parametera amitari bi anje a couple of months ago amanje ya ribo batumiri kusanje o wenje airai tete na finyabo ondijani tete nyoka kanye matrutu motomazo muranga mongo nganyene ke finyate nye se ukaka nye se neke trutru mamuta sisi gwawe kondo nao omondemba motomaizi gwe okumba na mamuta ke njonye ngwese mo akweri o mari iboti akedeni boti no dijalanya matu mi kati komia cha amoko make o mari amon joko se e bari pesa boy miso moto te aribu emiso ongo fonda yazo nyeba cho wanyo o government na cha popia na chanjae banye bura kenye tata kechana deo boku choi ba mamtorita ata kende kutata kambisa ocho ko cha chigwero mo robo bia agwa ka before ondabo before atata kamosa mbisa ye njato mai vaidi bulana na bana ondabo so batu baba nongi ba marusa sisa ke kana rosa chana mutakabereke motuo. So Secretary Chris,
yes,
thank
sir.
you so much for that opportunity which I wanted to express to my people. Our village, our local people, we are used to this, you know. We have
Right.
our own way of, at least, even if we speak in the global, of course, my sisters and my brothers, press, the national, international community, they have to hear that. Our own people too must hear the way, why we are here. That's very important. We have a very wonderful, very wonderful. Even the colorful culture, dress, the way we present is wonderful. I want to tell the Amazonians, Ndian is a friend to all the rest of aunties, no matter where we are friends, because all my friends came from Gokechunda, who school in Mondeba. My friends came from Momo, who school in Mondeba. My friends came from, the whole of Ambazonia went to school in Mondeba in the early 80s. That was the only high government we had, which was in the very remote area. We're taking the ferry and boats to go and school in Mondeba. So I am calling all of you who went to school in Mondeba. This is the time to show that were brought up by Mondeba or by. It is not a joke. It's serious as you can on. Please make the name of Nyan to become the higher ground so that we can beat repeating the record. Is not only for Nyan, for every Amazonia who has made Nyan to become great. It's the breadbasket of Amazonia. Trust me, there are so much that we are now, and they will not finish it. Let us stop them from getting it done because we have so much.
All right. We don't have much time left. I will just have every one of you take turns for 1 minute each. Take turns for 1 minute each, and let Ambazonians know. Get your last appeal to support Indian County. I guess that you will be coming up live again on Saturday on County Roots to talk about Indian. So let me start with Emma Larry. Emma, sir, go ahead and in 1 minute let the people of Ambazonia know why Sunday is very, very critical to come out and support all of you in Indian County.
All right, thank you, Secretary Chris. Thank you very much. Ambazonians, once more, I'm here to talk to you people again about the importance of drafting on Sunday. Like my brother just said that there are most of his friends that went to school in Mundemba, that is in Indian and all that, they should all come out. But what I really want to say is this. There is no Ambazonia without Indian. That is certain. There is no Ambazonia without Indian, because after fighting and gaining our freedom, what do we have? What do we own? So I don't think this thing should only revolve around Indian sons and daughters of Indian, but I'm calling on every Ambazonian to come and support Indian on that day, because we want the majority, we want the money, we want everything to be able to protect what Ambazonia has got. It's because of Indian that La Republic has vehemently refused to leave Ambazonia. And if we do not fight to protect Indian, La Republic will never go. So if we must win this freedom, we must first start by protecting Indian, protecting what we've got that La Republic has been enjoying for many years. So fellow Ambazonians, as much as we are calling on sons and daughters of Indian, we are calling on the rest of Ambazonians to come and support Indian to protect what Ambazonia has got. Indian is what is going to make Ambazonia a beautiful and wonderful nation. We have everything it takes, and all that is settled in Indian. So please come and take that come and take what belongs to you, and you cannot just take it only by coming to drafts. Support the Indian people, support everything to be able to retain our resources. And that is the only way we can take La Republic out of Indian and out of Ambazonia. Thank you very much, Secretary Chris.
All right, thank you, Larry. Emma, thank you for that. Let me get to Lady Marianta for 1 minute, message to Ambazonians.
Thank you so much, Secretary Chris. Following on from what Sister Emma Larry has just said, I just want to re-emphasize that we are leaning on all our brothers and sisters from all the other counties. We're calling on all our brothers and sisters from Bui, Boyo, Gokitunja, Fako, Lebialem, Gokitunja, Momo, Menchu. All of us, we all build a strong Amazonia. We have to all stand up as one man to win La Republic. It's not just for sons and daughters of Indian. So please, people that even if you went to school there or you work there, remember you can still get drafted for that $1,000 because it makes a difference. We have a target. We need to compete with the other counties that have drafted. So we need everyone to come on board so that we can really kick La Republic's, I can't say the word because my children are also watching, okay? So we need to keep their very hard. Secretary Chris might have a better way of expressing it, more go hold it for their, you know what it is, okay? So together we can do it. We can, we must, and we will. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me get to the chairman himself to give the last word. Mr. Chairman, go ahead, please.
Yes, I'll begin by thanking you, Secretary Chris, for giving us the opportunity to make this appeal on your platform, the People's Platform. Thank you for all that you're doing in this revolution, and to the other counties and now to Dion. Once again, I want to appreciate my Dion County family, my executive, the defense team, those who are working tirelessly, the award committee. They are doing an amazing job. They're going out there, reaching out there, making audios, videos, and trying to get as many people as they can to draft in. I thank you very much for what you're doing. Our people, people owe that much to what you're doing. And also, I want to also appeal to the various counties, Ambazonians. If you've drafted in another county, you can still draft. You can still do your draft of fresh Indian. It's okay. You know, we are appealing to, you know, we've seen those who've drafted in another county and they say, you know what, because it's Indian, Indian will draft $1,000. So we're waiting to see what you will do to Ndian. We thank you in advance. We're also reaching out, as our sister Emma said, those who've schooled Indian, friends, even my friends, classmates, former classmates Indian. I'm also speaking to you if you're watching me. I just want you to give me a pleasant surprise on that day that you're drafting. Just mention me, I will appreciate you. And we're also reaching out to Indianites in Asia, Europe, Australia, Africa, South Africa, America, North and South of America, wherever you are. Please, again, as I said, this might be your last chance. It doesn't matter whether your sister or your brother has drafted. Your sister's draft will not be a testament to your own commitment in this struggle. What you do is what will count for you. There is no free pass. Yes, there is no free Indian for everybody. The Indian that you work for is the Indian that you will get. If the people are putting their names, their faces, their resources, time, talent, and treasure for this, and it means something. We are not taking it lightly. We mean business. So we are calling on all the Indianites, wherever you are, be part of this, or you are part of nothing in Dion County. Thank you very much, and I appeal to all our activists out there. You're doing an amazing job. Please, if you have our audios, you have our information, put it on social media, on Facebook, on YouTube, invite friends and families. Just do something and tell Dion that, Dion, this is what I did for you. I'm bringing in 10 people, 20 people, and we will appreciate you. God bless you. God bless the Republic of Ambazonia, the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Thank you, Secretary Chris.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the whole team. It's great having you here. We hope we can do it. I wish we had enough time to continue with this discussion, but I believe Saturday, your team will still be on with comfort with county roots. Again, thank you, Emma, Larry, Lady Clister, Chairman Edwin, and Chairman Ebenezer. You have a great night, all of you. It was a pleasure having you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will say that is all that we have for you tonight. You go home and have the rest of your night really good. I look forward to coming back to you possibly tomorrow or Saturday. All right. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Baya o ma wo ke ta fo moro ko bongo o ta mori mi nga mo baya o ma wo ke ta fo moro ko babo bongo o ta mori mi nga mo baya o pe me ke mati mambo ka bongo ondo ke wekere bere mo kingari penda monongo toboro mori mi nga bari penda mo monongo ndoke yayo Tango pao si boca bere boca vana bakpaki boca boca riari o te mori mi ngambo baya o ma boke ta fo moroko o te mori mi ngambo baya o pa meke mati mambo ka o te mori mi ngambo baya o pa meke mati mambo ka babo Yayo, muri mu munengo ndoke, wondo ke toboro. Wawose. waka wa wose. Ekundana bangai. Muka ikoe, muka manae, muka ibe mabakie. Yole. Sakani. Wawose imasa. Ingolo naroki wawose. Moroko basu waka wawose. Yo. Ondoko ibera. Moko mosebato mbije tombie. Moko mosebato. Ama moko mosebato mbije tombie. Moko mosebato mbije tombie. Moko mosebato mbije tombie. Moko mosebato. Yeye mbije tombie. Moko mosebato. Imosongo ya mbije tombie. Moko mosebato. Moko mbije tombie. Moko mosebato. Yeye mbije tombie. Moko mosebato. Yayo, umani. Moko mosebato. Oye rabe, banjwaneri rabe. Oye rabe, banjwaneri rabe. Oye rabe, konde banjwaneri rabe. Oye rabe, abokole rabe. Oye rabe, mama banjwaneri rabe. Oye rabe, mosango banjwaneri rabe. Oye rabe, mama o banjwaneri rabe. Oye rabe, oye rabe. Oye rabe, banjwaneri rabe. Oye rabe, yo. Ewoka. Sakani. Do my way on benge singoreke mosomba o. Do my way on benge singoreke mosomba o. Do my way on benge mosomba o. Do my way on benge singoreke 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 mosomba o. Do my way on benge